This legend dates back to 1942 in England during World War II. A woman named Anne Davidson had a brother named Bill, who was out at war and sent his sister a package once every month. Anne also had 2 children, Ronald and Kitty, and the packages Bill sent were usually full of treats for the kids. It was a fun time for them, since their uncle always delivered new things to try. Things like a new cereal, candy bars, and comics. But their favorite was custard.
Custard.
Oh boy.
Yummy.
Uncle Bill sent a large custard powder container, and Anne would boil some water and make it for the kids at tea time. To Ron and Kitty, it was the biggest treat of all. These special deliveries would come once every 30 days, but they suddenly stopped coming in late July. The Davidsons believed the ship that carried Bill's packages was torpedoed and lost at sea. But it wasn't until September when another box suddenly arrived. It had all the usual goodies from Bill, including what Ron and Kitty wanted the most, custard. But it seemed different to Anne as she opened it. Sure, it was wrapped in grease-proof paper like the others, but the container had no label, and the powder smelled funny than sweet. Still, Anne boiled the water and mixed in a little powder. But as it mixed together, Anne noticed it looked unusual. The color was dark, and the texture was thick and lumpy. But Kitty and Ronald didn't care. They couldn't wait for their favorite dessert after almost 2 months. They were served a bowl each, but after one mouthful, the kids quickly spat it out.
Ew.
The custard tasted as bad as it looked, and Anne threw away the rest, assuming it went bad.
Another package from Uncle Bill.
A couple days later, another package came, along with a letter. It was a message explaining to Anne and her family that Bill sadly died from a heart attack. He was cremated and sent back to his hometown in England, as he had told his family that his heart belonged there and wished to be buried in British soil. It becomes clear to Anne that the custard she made wasn't custard at all. It was Bill's ashes. Her dear brother returned to England, but not in the way it was intended to go, as his cremated corpse was fed to his niece and nephew by mistake, and the rest of his remains were thrown out in the trash. And after that, Ron and Kitty never ate custard again.